fast. I mean, 31-6 with about 12 minutes to go. I mean, it looked like this was just about as done as you could think. And were you nervous?
No, listen, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Wabash. I mean, I think their slogan is Wabash always fights, and I knew they would fight. You know, when it was 28-3 at halftime and 31-6 at the point you just said, I knew they were going to continue to play. That's a credit to their coaching staff, their players, and the history of that program. So that didn't surprise me. I just would have liked to have seen us execute better there during that last stretch of the game there, and not give up the points and the yardage and not convert some first downs there.
Kenny, a lot of catches today. The most important one was that onside kick. Are you always on that team? Or?
So we have a thing called hands team.
Okay.
And we practice it every Thursday, every Friday. We get ready for the game for situations like that.
Yeah.
You got to be ready.
Yeah, and because you, I think, had the other one, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you had two for two. That's pretty good. What were you thinking? I mean, because the way that ball can bounce, you never know what could happen, right?
Like I said, like we get hard catches, hard looks at practice. That's what we practice. So you gotta step up and conceal the game.
Right.
Get the ball for the offense.
You had a huge game. Obviously, the offense was really clicking in the first half. 28-0. Was it 20? I think it was 23.
3.
And everybody probably thought this was going to be a tough kind of back and forth battle. What were you guys thinking when she built that big lead?
Oh, I kept reiterating we just, you gotta not lay off the gas. Like we were preaching like keep going, because like we know that's a good football team. They're ranked ahead of us, so we had to be ready to put it all together. We knew we came in and knew this was gonna be a 4-quarter game.
For you going, hey, you had a really fantastic catch there, and did really fantastic in the special teams. Just talk about, what the importance of playing so well on special teams is like.
Yeah, I'm just the coaches trust me. They put me in certain positions, and obviously I'm going to go out there and do everything I can to keep my position and continue to play. And it's just I'm out there to play football, so I'm just trying to play it to the highest level I can.
What happened on that block kick, just in terms of, were you gunning from the start? Were you able to jump the snap? What happened on that play?
Yeah, they actually just put me in to block the kick. Like I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday. I wasn't there, but we knew we had a chance this week to get back there and block one. But yeah, I mean it was a team effort. Obviously they scooped it and scored it, but yeah, I just ran as fast as I could and jumped and put my hand out and just prayed, and it worked. So yeah, I mean it was awesome. It was electric.
On that drive before the block punt, Mason Russ had a stop for no gain, a TFL, and a sack. And your linebackers, I thought, played really well.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you feel about the way they were able to not just pressure the quarterback, but just really stifle their offense?
Yeah,
I think
listen,
they
I
had 66
think
yards in the first half.
Yeah, they played with great fundamentals. The entire defense did, and we preach that. We talk about the fundamentals, and we talk about the eyes, the feet, and the hands, and playing with bend and fast feet and violent hands, and I thought the entire defense did that throughout the entire game, especially in the first half, the early part of the third quarter for sure.
What do they bring your two inside linebackers? Because I talked to Kenny Thursday, and just what the physical nature they bring to the
Well, I think they're
position.
they're athletic, right? They're not just your box linebackers. They can play out of the box. They can run from sideline to sideline. They have tremendous instinct, and I think those are all qualities and characteristics that you want in inside linebackers, especially in the modern game of college football right now. They can make a lot of plays across the field, so that's something. And Cohen just said a really, really key point is we trust our players, right? And we put guys out there that we trust and that have shown us and have practiced and prepared the right way. And as the game was spiraling a little bit there for us, we had confidence and trust in the players and in one another, and I think everybody kind of had each other's back throughout the rest of the game.
The feeling when you're in a game like this and you see like, okay, they got one, okay, they got two, because not to say that anybody turned it off, but the intensity probably isn't there, and all of a sudden you got to turn it back on, right?
Well, I think the intensity was there. Again, I will give credit to Wabash. They did not quit. They continued to play the game. We had some penalties, right? We had some uncharacteristic parts of the second half where we beat ourselves with some penalties and some missed execution. So many times when you don't have success, sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror and see what you're not doing right in those situations, and that's what the film study will be for tonight and tomorrow.
You got to go on the road right now, back to back, and then you got the big one with Whitburg, and then the really, really big one with DePaul. Only hitting 4 games out of 10. I mean, that's a challenge in itself. But to go back on the road and just your thoughts about
Yeah,
the
listen,
challenges.
the schedule's a schedule, right? Every game's a big game. It doesn't matter to us. That's our mentality, the way we prepare each and every week. The opponent, yeah, we look at their schematics and their personnel and we put plans together, but in the end, our preparation's the exact same. It doesn't matter who it is or where it's at. We're told to go play a game on a Saturday. We're going to play wherever we got to play, whenever we got to play it. So that's this team's mentality. This is how they operate. This is how they work, and it's a credit to the guys in the program, the coaching staff, and the senior leadership in the locker room.
What do you think the key was? Because you really shut their offense down in the first half. Was it just the pressure the guys were applying to the quarterback?
Yeah, again, I think we gave them a lot of different looks, and we did get pressure on the quarterback, and that's anytime you're playing a quarterback like him. And I did talk to him after the game. Just I was really impressed with how he played and how he finished the game. Is you got to harass and you got to confuse a quarterback. I mean, that's one way to get them off their game for sure, and that's a good football team, and I'm sure they'll win a lot more games here moving forward.
Last thing from me, just Kate or Coach, when you can block a punt, I think your odds of going up or winning a game probably go up.
I don't know what the percentages
It's
are,
pretty high.
but yeah, you're right.
How
When you
big
block a
of that
punt
moment
in a
is?
game, your percentages of winning that game are very, very high. So we were pretty excited about that, and I think that was in the first quarter, wasn't it? Yeah. So awesome.
One last thing, can you talk about the yards after the catch? I mean, 63 of your 109 yards were yards after the catch. Talk about never giving up in the play. The importance
I've
of that.
been told all week to don't let one person tackle you, and that's the mentality you have to have. You just got to keep going, keep your legs moving. Like that boosts the offense. You got to keep everybody up. So keep churning forward.
Awesome. Anything else you guys got?
All right.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
the
your time.
fans being out there. Hopefully Community Day was good for all the University Heights fans.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Joe.